Okay. Almost 6 o'clock. Gonna get started here in just a sec. Okay, good deal. All right. So this is literally the best sales pitch that I've ever seen. It's I'm not kidding. It converts. It gets people to buy. It gets people going. You'll know that from previous courses and previous modules, and even in this master course, you'll notice that I talk about the three R's: respect, relationships, rapport. What do they equal? They equal trust. This is what allows people to purchase from you, right? I even talked about joint venture partnerships, right? If you want to reach out to other agencies and get them to help you, even if you want to reach out to other businesses and try to promote your product, or maybe you promote theirs, they're gonna if you just walk into someone's office and start saying, "Hey, buy my stuff," nobody likes that, right? Everybody loves to buy, nobody loves to be sold to, and that's something that needs to be remembered. Okay. Um, now here's the funniest part: is if you go up to somebody that, like, pretend it's a family member, pretend it's someone that you've known a really long time, and there's a strong trust between you. If you go up to them and say, "Hey, I've got this really cool opportunity for you to be a part of," and you start pitching it to them, they're not going to be so uncomfortable with you pitching it to them, right? Because it's the trust. So, what's the big difference when they trust you and when they don't trust you? How do you get to that from point A to point B as fast as humanly possible? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight on this trading. Okay, I've been doing this a long time, and I learned a trick a long time ago. It's called the point of seven. And so you can actually make 7 points of contact before you even go in to do your sales pitch. These are things that I utilized with email and phone calls, and you just build your 7 points of contact before you go into the sales pitch. That way, when you're actually in there, you have already established that 7 point system. But this one is a lot different. Okay, I'm going to get into it. We're going to jump right in. This is the digital version of it, right? Okay, so with no further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so my mission statement at Virtuous Industries is that we are helping businesses to improve their qualified lead generation, their client retention, their customer satisfaction, and their overall experience by providing immensely valuable and necessary digital marketing to their online presence. Now, I got to tell you guys, this is my mission statement. This is my life statement, okay? This is when I'm doing some tasks and I'm working for clients and I hate it, because believe me, there are those days where you're just like, ugh. This mission statement, seriously, I read it to myself. I got it hanging above my computer. I just look up at it and I just read it. This is why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to make millions of dollars. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because I serve a purpose. I'm getting businesses qualified leads. I'm getting them money. So whether you're a small business or you're a big corporation, if you've ever struggled on the internet at internet marketing or acquiring qualified leads, it's not your fault. If you've been concerned that you've been wasting ad dollars and there's no better way, put those fears to rest. I got a little typo there I got to fix. A small business or a big corporation, all those a la carte marketing agencies, whether they specialize in SEO, PPC, Facebook ads, web design, or lead generation, all of them want you to think that their way is the correct way, but never actually show you why. You ever notice that? They just say, "Hey, you need SEO because you're going to get at the top of Google." Okay, but why? Why do I want to be at the top of Google? How is that going to help me get sales? No one ever tells you that, do they? You just assume the sales are going to come magically running in. So we're all here today to show you how to get your business's online presence above and beyond your competitors without taking years to do it during this webinar. Okay, so my goal from this presentation is that I want to help entrepreneurs understand the workings of digital marketing. I want to help businesses to achieve higher client retention. I want to help business owners to get more qualified leads and increase sales and conversions. That's my mission statement. So the only way that you can do that is through the rule of 7 that I'm going to be teaching today. So be sure to stay until the end for a special bonus. Okay. Before I jump in all of that, just got to introduce myself. My name is Jason Ulibarri. I have been a single father my entire adult life, and when I say that, I mean it literally. I was 18 years old when he was born. I am now 38 years old, so literally more than half of my life I've been a father. I couldn't be more proud of this young man. He is an airman in the United States Air Force Air Traffic Control, stationed at Wichita Falls, Texas, and I'm actually getting really excited because I'm going to be seeing him really soon. So naturally, as a single dad, I had to work my entire life. I worked my way up from the warehouse to an office job. I had to put in the blood, sweat, and the tears, right? I didn't have a college education. No one was going to hire me straight out of the box. So I had to put in the hard work. And you can see just how happy I was. I love that picture. I've seen this picture a million times. I've given this pitch a million times, this presentation a million times. And that picture always cracks me up. So from 2001 to 2008, I was working commercial plumbing, okay? Now, we all know what happened in 2008. The market just took a real nosedive into the concrete, man. It was bad. A lot of us lost our jobs, including myself. I was officially unemployed, like no steady employment for 2 years. Most of the jobs that I could get, they were basically under the table work that I got doing odd jobs and side jobs for any contractor that would hire me for extra. You know, sometimes my buddies would give me a call. Hey, do you want to go help me lay some tile today? Hey, do you want to go help me change a water heater today? So for 2 years, I was struggling. Now, I took some ugly jobs. I'm not going to admit. Okay, through these two years, it was not pretty. I got my hands dirty. I don't regret a single moment of it, but I did some dirty jobs, right? And when I'm saying dirty jobs, I'm talking like cleaning pipes in the bathroom, ogging the toilets. You know, even being the slave, the whipping boy, the parts runner. Now, the government had a cross training program that they offered everyone, anyone that was unemployed. To actually who was let go during the recession, they offered this cross training program so that they train you in a different field if you had trouble finding a job. And so I jumped on it because I never wanted to really be in plumbing anyways. I did it because I had to, right? So I took the opportunity and I geeked out because I've always been a little bit of a techie nerd. So I got my A+, my Net+, and my Security Plus certifications, HTML, web design. I went in, I was like, cool, I'm going to be an IT nerd now. Well, I did love it a lot better than plumbing, I'm not going to lie, especially dealing with a lot of those plumbers. But you'll never guess what happened. It didn't matter what field you were in 2009. No one was hiring anyone anywhere, especially in my city of local Tucson, Arizona. The market was just terrible. And Tucson is not a very big city, so everyone knows everybody, and they wouldn't hire me. I was unemployed, and now I cross-trained, and I got these certifications in a new field that I'm excited to jump into, and no one's hiring me. They're only going to hire the experienced guys. They're not going to hire the guy who's still wet behind his ears. So I kept doing my crummy odd jobs, and I had to pay the bills. You know, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not complaining. It actually gave me a lot of character, and it put a lot of perspective into my mindset. And I really do appreciate the time that I went through. But the cool thing was that I put my resume out, and since I updated it, I now had IT plus commercial plumbing experience, right? So this company in Dallas took hold of me, took notice of me on LinkedIn. It was a headhunter that found me, actually, and they introduced me to this company, and they're like, hey, you're looking for an IT guy that knows commercial plumbing. There's this needle in a haystack. Apparently, a lot of people who know commercial plumbing don't know IT, and the people that know IT don't know commercial plumbing. I was this rare thing that they happened to be looking for, and it was awesome. So I took the job, and I moved to Dallas. Now, over the course of a year, I started doing both their digital marketing, and I acted as an outside salesman for plumbing because I was experienced in both. So the beautiful part about this was I gained a lot of experience. In digital marketing and sales, right? And this is just valuable stuff because I got to learn the inner workings of people's minds. And I got to learn some pretty pretty important secrets I'm going to tell you. Now, for example, did you know, according to Google Analytics, less than 1% of people take action after visiting a website? That's right. I'm going to say that again. Less than 1%. I think it's like 0.005. It's that low of people that actually take an action after visiting your website. That's terrible. That means if you send 100 people, a fraction of a person is going to take action. You're going to have to send 300 people before you even get someone, 500 people before you even get a phone call. Now, stats have shown that 30% of visitors will return multiple times before they finally do take an action. Right? So that means they go to your website, they look around, they leave. It's called a bounce rate. They go, they leave, they come back. They go, they leave, they come back. 30% of visitors will do this before. So the people that actually do, it's only 30% of them. And they have to see you multiple times. You start to understand what I mean about this, the rule of 7, right? Especially when you look at the numbers through analytics, through all the data, all the KPIs. So what's even more funny is that people acted the same on the sales calls that we had in person. I can tell you some amazing stories that happened. I won't get into it in this webinar because it's already pretty lengthy with the length of everything, so I won't get into all of my stories. But the point is that multiple points of contact before taking action. People have to do that. There's this subconscious thing, like even people who think that they're impulsive buyers, they're not, I'm telling you. Like people get mad at their wives, oh, you're just an impulsive buyer. No, they were thinking about that for a long time. They saw it 6 times subconsciously, and this is just the day that it just triggered into their consciousness. So this is a good thing for us entrepreneurs and us business owners, okay? This is a great thing, and let me show you why. How does this affect you? It's simple. After reading a lot of books on sales, psychology, I stumbled upon this one huge secret. I call it the rule of 7. Because statistically, and these are all based on numbers, okay? I'm not making these numbers up. It takes in between 7 to 13 points of contact in order to get that point of action. So basically, there's 3 reasons why someone will convert or engage with your business or your website. The 3 R's: relationships, respect, and rapport. Because these 3 R's build trust. And the only way that they're going to have a relationship with you is if they see you multiple times. No one's going to jump into a relationship with you. The only way they're going to respect you is if they see you multiple times. No one's going to respect you from the second that they meet you. I mean, they might pretend that they respect you. And no one's going to have a rapport with you unless you actually get that solidified inside their head. Now, the problem with the a la carte marketing, most marketing agencies give the customer what they want instead of what's best to achieve their goals. Now, the end result is usually wasted on money, on ad spend, on management, without any real conversions, right? So you've got your standard website, which I've already mentioned that converts at less than 1%. But when you just run the SEO, okay, so you're on the top of Google. Awesome. Now what? Why are people going to buy it? They're still going to your website and they're still bouncing away. Google ads. Great. You're paying to be on top of Google. So same thing. What's making them buy? Facebook ads. Now that one's a little bit different because Facebook ads is getting a lot better with their pixel and with their retargeting. But again, you got to know what you're doing, right? So SEO can generate hundreds and thousands of organic visitors per month, depending on the niche. But however, SEO takes a long time. It takes 6 months to a year before, and you may only rank for a few keywords, right? You're not going to be dominating the market. And let's talk about Google Ads for a second. If you want to get on the top of Google by paying your way there, you got to pay per click. So let's say that on a realistic competitive niche, it could be $5 a click. So that means a $500 ads budget only generates 100 clicks. Okay? That's no conversions. That's $500 flushed down the toilet. Now this is why. This is the science behind it, okay? Because the average website is boring. Now you don't want to think this about your website, and especially as being a web developer, I've made websites for people. I don't want them to tell me that the website looks ugly. It's not really ugly. It could be the most beautiful website in the world, but unfortunately, this is what your customers see. Because they don't care about all the prettiness. And it's kind of like a poem. You know, usually poems are only good to the creator. They're only beautiful to the person that wrote them. Very rarely does somebody else find it just as beautiful, right? A website, same thing. There's a lot of information. They don't know where to go. It's confusing. It's not answering questions. Now it's information overload, right? So what happens when we have information overload, right? It's fight, flight, or freeze. Yeah, no, we're running. We're hitting the bricks. So how does this affect you? Well, I'm sure that you thought the same way that I did when I first started out. Be the first on Google and business, and business will naturally come your way. You know, all I gotta do is get my name on first in Google, and it'll naturally come my way. You probably thought as long as people see my ads, they'll purchase from me, right? They just gotta see my ads and then they'll buy. If my website is beautiful, that will get me more conversions, right? Well, let me ask you this: do you really believe that's how it works? Do you really believe that implementing that stuff is going to make your business any better? Like it has some sort of magical presence to it? Okay, I ran ads. I'm showing up in Google. So now people want to buy my product? So today what we're going to cover in the Rule of 7 is how to generate leads on autopilot without wasting any ad dollars. Number 2 is put yourself ahead of your largest competitor, even without being on the first page of Google. And this one's a good one. I love that one. And secret number 3 is get more qualified leads and not the time wasters or the tire kickers. They're going to be qualified leads. Okay? Cool. Let's jump in. All right, secret number 1, how to generate leads on autopilot without wasting ad dollars. It's impossible. Some people think that it's impossible to acquire real leads without spending a ton of money on ads. I'm going to show you a little trick. Instead of sending them to the confusing website that I showed you earlier, this little bad boy right here, okay, we're gonna take the dry erase board and we're gonna make that disappear. We're gonna send them to a capture page instead, okay? And the capture page is designed for one reason and one reason alone. It's not confusing. It doesn't have anything it's not gonna send them anywhere else. It's gonna solve the problem that they are looking to have solved. Period. End of story. Hey, we can solve your problem with this page. Put your name and your email address, and we're going to get back to you. Put your name and your email address, and we'll give you this free thing. Put your name and your email address, and we'll give you a coupon. You see what I'm saying here? You get what I'm coming at? By doing this simple little tip of a lead generation capture page, the bridge page, it's a bridge page. Bridge from the ad to your website. Since the website doesn't convert, the goal becomes gathering contact information. Now you have leads instead of just random traffic going to your website and leaving and not doing anything. And what's so good about leads is that you can follow up. And the beautiful thing about this is that you can get that 0.005% of conversions that we had from the website, that's gone. Okay, because now capture pages, we can get it up to 40%. We can get it up to 80%. Depending on how good you get at the split testing, you can get those capture pages really, really performing. This is what's called a sales funnel. The capture page is just one step of the funnel. If you notice from my infographic here, the very first step is traffic. Those are potential clients. Those are all the people that might want your business. Sending them directly to that capture page I was just talking about and capturing as many of them as possible. It's like using a net in the ocean, right? And after you got them in the ocean, now you can do so much with them because they're leads. You can send them through an automated email sequence. You can send them to a sales page. You can send them to an upsell page when they do buy. You can do so much because now you have them. They're not just random traffic going to your website. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know that this is making sense to you because this is strong stuff, okay? This lead generation stuff, this is $1 million concept in the digital marketing game today. Not even kidding. Now, you might also be thinking, how does that save me money on ad dollars? Aren't I going to be spending the same amount? Okay, so how this saves you money on ad dollars. I have a boring metrics here that I'm going to read out to you. I'm just going to I want you to visualize it here for a second, okay? Because with that capture page, you're going to be running another capture page side by side. So you're going to be splitting the traffic up. Of all the people that go to this capture page, they're going to be getting split up. So you're going to have, say you have a $500, hopefully you have more than that, but let's say you have a $500 ad budget. And we're assuming it's a $5 cost per click, 100 visitors. So if you were to get a 10% opt-in rate on one of those capture pages, that would equal 10 leads. Now let's say, because we don't really have any conversion numbers, but let's say that the 10 leads equal 2 sales. That's a 20% closing rate. Now let's say that breaks you even. Let's say you have a $500 product, or you have a $250 product. So you got 2 sales and you made $500. So you sold $500 and you made $500. You're at the break even point, right? So this is awesome. Okay. So by split testing this, the reason it's awesome is because break even is a win, especially in the marketing game. If you can break even, that means you can make millions of dollars should you decide to scale that large. And I'm going to tell you why. Because now that we have a working capture page that is doing an average of 10% opt-in rate, if we can split test it and get that opt-in rate higher, we're going to double, triple, quadruple our money on the same ad spend for dollars. Okay. So those 10 leads at 20% will equal $1,000, right? Well, 20 leads, by simply optimizing the capture page, if we can get 20 leads on that same capture page just by doing a little split testing, we can get 40%. That would equal $2,000. 30 leads at 60%, that's $3,000 just by optimizing a capture page. Same ad dollars, more profit on the back end. Are you kidding this? This is awesome. I love this stuff. All right, so you might also be thinking that there's no guarantee that the opt-ins will double. Fair enough. There's always other routines in marketing. That's the whole beautiful thing about KPIs and messing with the metrics and knowing the analytics and the metrics, because you can change them. You can optimize them at every turn. For instance, $5 per click makes me actually kind of sick to my stomach. I don't like that. I want to go after less targeted keywords. I want to go see if I can get that down to less than $1 per click. I want to use different traffic sources. If the one traffic source we're not using isn't working and we're only getting $5 per click, I want to change it. I want to get lower cost per click. Lower the ad spend on the same amount of traffic, same amount of warm traffic. There's so many different ways that you can optimize lead generation and save yourself money when you know what you're doing. But the problem is, most companies, especially ones that do their marketing in-house, don't know what they are doing. They don't know how to handle these metrics. So, secret number 2, put yourself ahead of your largest competitor, even without being on the first page of Google. How do you do that? How do you, if they're number 1 in Google, how do you get ahead of them? How do you get in front of them? Okay, so SEO has a cool little trick. This is something that I learned, especially with local businesses. And okay, so this is how it works. I'm just going to kind of jump right into it. Similar to the rule of 7, Google trusts you more if it sees you, the more it sees you. Okay? So the rule of 7 is like the more someone sees you, the more likely they are to trigger and to take action, right? Google's the same way. So if you just start popping up all over the place, Google's like, hey, this guy, this company, they're everywhere. Let's put them on the front page. So you can leapfrog all of those other people who are focusing on one thing by building multiple platforms, synchronizing all the other search engines and using them to your advantage, right? Nobody ever thinks about ranking first on Yahoo, ranking first on Bing, but guess what? They're all using the same algorithms. So if you focus on Yahoo and Bing and they're ranking you number 1, Google sees that. And Google's like, hey, I want to put you on my page number 1 too. Plus you can utilize all the directory sites, Yelp, Google My Business, Apple Maps, Bing Maps, all the citation sites and guest blog sites. Just start putting your name everywhere on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, building all kinds of backlinks, strengthening your online presence. But again, you got to kind of know what you're doing, and you have to be pretty consistent on all of these platforms. Because you can't just post once and then think you did your job. It has to be a consistency. And that's something that a lot of in-house employees don't have time to do. Trish, can you get the coffee? Trish, can you get the report? Trish, can you... Oh, and also do the SEO. A lot of people do that in-house. And it's like, no, you have to put an effort in. You getting this? You hear me out? All right, so many people think, secret number 2, SEO takes too long to see results. Well, now that's when you do the... hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going off in a different direction. It takes too long to get results. Okay, not when you do the synergy. Okay, especially with local businesses, because when you build those platforms and you have a presence going on every single one, if you're doing everything, the more Google sees you, the more they're going to be putting on. So not just all the other platforms I said, but even if you're running pay-per-click ads and Facebook ads, you're actually paying for ads, but you're also building backlinks for your website. Google's seeing you more. So just by being active and building a complete marketing presence, that will rank you like twice as fast. It's a big secret, but you have to have the complete platform integration. They all have to be connected, right? So many people think by implementing everything together, you create an entire working system. Oh, sorry, I'm just repeating myself. I call it the rule of 7. Builds trust. The more they see you, the more Google sees you, the more people see you. It's the rule of 7. Top businesses spend tens of thousands of dollars per month connecting all the digital dots. Tens of thousands to build all these platforms. I'm not kidding. Every top company is doing it. They're on every single platform. Implementing SEO, PPC, SMO, social media marketing, directory growth, pinpoint targeting, and retargeting in order to achieve the 7 to 13 point in contact required before action is taken by the potential clientele. You have to be everywhere in order to get them going. The cool thing is, not everyone's doing it. There's a lot of people that aren't doing it. So naturally, you might even think that this is going to take years to do. It's going to take years to set up. It's going to take years to operate correctly. It's just too much. Well, setting goals makes that a million times easier. I've always said this to anybody that I'm coaching. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't eat the entire elephant all at once. One bite at a time, right? That's why setting your goals and working your way backwards allows you to map out your entire plan. So if you want 100 consultations per month, and I made this slide when I was working for some plastic surgeons. So if the goal was to get 100 consultations per month, then you have to visualize the objective. How long is it going to take to get to that goal? What do we have to do to get there? It's really simple. Just map it out. Month 1, we're going to build our platforms. Month 2, we're going to learn the audience and generate traffic. Month 3, we're going to optimize the leads. We're going to get it as precise as possible. It's really easy to achieve goals when you know how to do it. Now, if I hire someone to do this, how would I know everything is actually getting done? And that one I get so much being a marketing agency. Well, how do I know? How could I know you're not just taking my money and you're only working 5 minutes a day on it? Well, the answer is tracking and reporting software. Tracking the KPIs is important in achieving the goals. If you don't know the numbers, you don't know the growth. And that doesn't just apply to the marketer, that applies to the business owner. Okay? So this isn't just a great visual aid to get people, on the same page. This is how you grow and how you improve and how you optimize. This is where you find the bottlenecks. Nope, this isn't working. Time to cut it loose. It ain't working. Okay? By generating reports. Now I realize this is probably you right now. I'm like throwing a lot of stuff your way, right? Probably feel like this is too much information for me to handle. All right, so secret number 3. Get more qualified leads and not the time wasters or the tire kickers. How do we do this? A lot of business owners that don't have too much experience in digital marketing say stuff like, I don't know how to target correctly. Here's a huge gold nugget for you, okay? This one is like lightning in a bottle, I don't know. But it's such an underused tool. Tracking cookies. I love it. The Facebook Pixel is pretty much the most sophisticated tracking cookie, but there's other platforms like Google, banner ads, that will put a cookie on your website. Therefore, anybody that comes to your capture page, anybody that comes to your website, they get tagged with that tracking cookie. Okay? And it follows them around the internet. So you notice here on the bottom of my demographic, I got these other websites, Amazon, Yahoo, Quora, and news sites like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, everything. Amazon, not so much. I think they don't advertise anyone else anymore. They only allow it for their own ads. But the point is, those retargeting ads, your ad follows them around the internet. It's just more ways to get the rule of 7, the 7 points of contact that you need for them to actually pick up the phone and give you a call. Does it make sense? You getting this? Retargeting, man. I love it. It's such an awesome tool. Especially when you know about the rule of 7, then you're like, yeah, it's a good tool. I want to show myself as much as possible. Now, anyone that visits your, like I just said, anyone that visits your website, you get to ethically stalk them with your cookies. You get to follow them around the internet. And I mentioned it earlier, the best tracking cookie is the Facebook Pixel, okay? Because not only does this thing track you and follow you, it learns. I'm not kidding. It learns who your audience is, finds out who's interested, who's clicking on your links, who's picking up the phone and calling you, staying on your website for long periods of time. It learns everything. And then it builds another audience that looks just like those people that took action, and then it puts the ads in front of those people. It's awesome. The most intuitive piece of coding available, because they've got information on all of us, right? They're J. Edgar Hoover for the 21st century. The Facebook Pixel. All right, so secret number 3. Get more qualified leads and not the time wasters or the tire kickers. One of the most sophisticated pieces of coding available. Where am I? I get so excited. I skipped ahead. I said all this already. I love this, though. The Pixel sees and learns every single piece of information that you have, every action that you take, and it uses it for your marketing company. Way to get more people through that funnel. Now, I've done the a la carte methods, okay? I'm not going to lie. I've done them. I've done the traditional methods where you run ads in a circular and newspaper ads. I've done it. Spent thousands in ad dollars, crossing my fingers, hoping stuff would happen. Luckily, it wasn't my money. Haha, just kidding. But not really. I mean, seriously, I've spent a lot of money on ad dollars being like, I hope this works. I spent hundreds of hours testing what doesn't work too. That's something that is so frustrating. Now, the only thing that I know for sure that works is the rule of 7. The more people see you, the better. It's got to be a complete integrated system. Put yourself in your potential clientele's subconscious, right? Follow them around the internet, cookies. Learn who needs your product, service, and target them. Follow up some more with emails. And just like that, you've achieved the 3 R's. Respect, relationships, and rapport. You've earned their trust. So you might still be thinking, all my competitors are probably doing this already, and that's even more of a mountain to climb. Ugh, that's too hard. I can't compete with people who are already doing this? Oh, I don't think so, because I'm the one that's coined this rule of 7. It's mine. I own it. Virtuous Industries. No one else uses this. This is my concept, and I'm the one that sees results for it. No one else is doing this. No one else is like, I have to build platforms and everything. In fact, a lot of people don't really care. They'll give you what you want. Oh yeah, you want SEO? You got it. Here's SEO. Here's your bill. I am the only marketing agency that offers the system because I created it. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into getting this just right, and we've seen amazing results. We've seen it for attorneys. We've seen it for cosmetic surgeons. We've seen it for car dealerships. Now, most business owners think, I can have my receptionist do some Facebook ads for me, and that's enough. And then they wonder why they aren't getting qualified leads. I've actually had that question. I just don't know why we're getting qualified leads. People, they leave their information, but then they never call or they never do anything. It's because you have somebody doing this stuff that doesn't know what they're doing. Well, let me ask you something. Are you enjoying this presentation so far? Are you liking this? Go ahead and drop a heck yeah. All right, so far we've covered how to generate leads on autopilot without wasting ad dollars, how to put yourself ahead of your competitors, even without being number 1 on Google, how to get more qualified leads and not the time wasters or the tire kickers. We've talked about it all. I hope you were taking notes because that was a lot of information that I just gave you. Okay, well, are you ready to take this to the next level, though? That's the real question. Now, let's be honest. How much of this are you actually going to go apply for your business on your own? How many millions of questions are running through your head right now on how to implement all this, on how to apply all of this? Well, I've got something really cool for you. The Rule of Seven, Virtuous Industries Elite Digital Marketing Package, completely built out for you and optimized for you. Now, it's all about helping your business improve its qualified lead generation, client retention, customer satisfaction, and overall experience by providing immensely valuable and necessary digital marketing for your online presence. How does it work? We take your business's goals and we reverse engineer it. We go backwards with it. Everything I just told you. We work our way. We get your goal. We can start from the end and we work our way back to the beginning and then we apply it. The most efficient way to achieve the Rule of Seven. We build all the platforms based around your goals. You get the regional platinum SEO, advanced Google Ads, and this is an old slide. That's not right. Sorry, it's not Google Ads anymore. It's Facebook ads, but you do get the Google Pixel, the tracking, display ads, banner ads, complete ads, sales funnel, advanced Facebook ads. You get it all. Okay? I do have to update that though. I'm going to fix that. You get complete platform integration. That means you get SEO. You get social media posts regularly from us. Okay? And not just social medias, we get your platform directory sites. Google My Business, Yelp, Apple Maps, Bing Maps, everything. Your pay-per-click advertising, plus the split testing, plus your sales funnel, optimizations. We'll set it all up for you. At the Elite Digital Marketing Package, here's what you get. You get the Regional Platinum SEO package with 30 primary keywords. Now, the keyword research is up to 150 targeted words that we're going to look up. For 150 words, we are going to find the best targeted keywords that we could possibly rank the fastest for you. Fastest and most efficient for traffic. You're going to get advanced Facebook ads, including pixel installation, retargeting, and A/B split testing. You're going to get tracking cookies and retargeting banner ads. You're going to get sales funnel creation, including capture page, split testing, and sales page creation. Social media optimization on 2 platforms every week. Now, this is the 2 major platforms because there are quite a few. Okay, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook, it could be Pinterest, it could be Instagram. But you pick the top 2 ones, and we're going to do it for you every single week. We're going to do all your review sites, your directory sites. We're going to do all the complete platform integration and build the entire thing out for you. Now, who does this work for? This works for local business owners. This works for online e-commerce store owners. This works for national businesses. This works for entrepreneurs just starting out. Literally anyone that wants to increase their sales and conversions with their online presence. Anyone who wants to build a better business. Now, do you want to know the number one reason why digital marketing won't work for your business? It's not because it doesn't work. It's not because it's too complicated. It's not because the competition is too strong. The number one reason digital marketing will not work for you or your business is because it's never complete. It's usually done by an office staff member that has a million other tasks to do. The problem with doing the in-house marketing is that digital marketing is a full-time job. You just can't get the best results. You can't. You can't when you put it on an employee's shoulders because they have other stuff to do. With the 3 secrets I've revealed today, I showed you that the usual methods just don't hold up to the Rule of 7. You can do this, the standard website that converts less than 1%, run some SEO, run some Google ads, run some Facebook ads, and cross your fingers. Or you can do this, the Rule of 7. You might be thinking you just can't do it right now because you have too much to deal with running your business. Your business is too much. You can't deal with this right now. That's the beauty of having a professional marketing agency to do it for you. We'll take care of everything. You just sit back and let us bring the business to you. Now, here's what you get. 3 months of building and testing. You get the Regional Platinum SEO package with 30 primary keywords. Now, that's 120 secondary keywords, a total of 150 keyword targets for $6,000 worth of value. You get advanced Facebook ads. Now, that's the entire setup. Ad drawing, banners, everything. The entire pixel installation, pixel creation, retargeting, and the entire competition hacking, and that's my favorite. We're going to go find your competitors, see what they're doing, and we're going to emulate it because I know how to do that too. $4,000 worth of value on that one. Now, complete sales funnel. That means I'm going to build your capture page. I'm going to build your sales page. I'm going to build your upsells, your downsells, your cross sells. I'm going to do everything. $9,000 worth of value. Tracking cookie and retargeting banner ads design and creation. $1,000 value. Complete social media optimization and missing platform creation. That means if you're missing a platform in social media, I make it for you. I'm going to create it for you. If there's any missing piece to the puzzle, I'll find it and we'll implement it. That's $1,000 value right there. Review site, directory site, optimization, and missing platform creation. If you're missing any review site, if you're missing any directory site, do you know what manta.com is? You probably don't. Most people don't. It's a review site, and people do go to it. They use it. If you don't have one, I'm going to create it. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to integrate the entire system for you. Total value, $22,000 over a 3-month contract. That comes out to be $7,334 per month. 100% done for you. You don't lift a finger. We bring the business to you. You might be thinking, this is way more than I need. My business isn't that big. This works for literally any business. Car dealerships, attorneys, cosmetic surgeons, e-commerce stores, veterinarians, plumbers. I've done them for all. How can I know if this is working? I just don't know. Well, I'm telling you, you're going to get full weekly and monthly reports. You get to see what I'm doing every single step of the way. Step by step, day by day. We're going to show you everything. You're even going to get personal login information to our dashboard where you get to check up on status for yourself. That means you log in, you get to see all the traffic that's going to your site. You get to see what's converting, who's clicking on what, where they're coming from, how they got there, who referred them. You get to even have their calls monitored. You get to listen to the phone calls. You get to see if your receptionist is doing her job. It's called call tracking. You get everything. Complete reports. But wait, there's more. How about some extras to get even better results? Everything that we just mentioned earlier, all of that, the regional platform, the Facebook ads, the complete sales funnel creation, tracking cookie, retargeting banner ads, everything. Plus a 2-week email sequence written and optimized for open rates and click-through rates. That means we're going to try to get as many more people to convert as possible. That's a $3,000 value right there. Capture page optimization. So we're not just going to build the capture page for you and the upsells and the downsells and the cross sells. We're going to split test them. We're going to get those opt-in rates because you remember what I said. If you can get that 10% opt-in rate up to a 60% opt-in rate, it's more profit in your pocket. $3,000 value. Complete conversion tracking, call tracking, form tracking. That means you get to record the phone calls. You get to see who's filling out the forms on your websites, on your social media pages, on your capture pages. You get it all. $2,000 worth of value. Total value of $30,000 over the course of 3 months. That's $10,000 a month. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you $10,000 a month for 3 months. I'm not going to do that. But if I did charge you $10,000 a month, and all it did was generate an extra 6 figures income to your annual revenue, would it be worth it? If I did charge you the $10,000 a month and all it did was optimize your complete digital presence, would it be worth it? How much did you spend on your website to have your website built? If all it did was learn what your competitors are doing and put your presence in front of them, would it be worth it? If all it did was alleviate hours and hours of work from your staff so that they can do more important things, would it be worth it? Would it be worth the $10,000 a month for just 3 months? I had 2 choices. I can make it cheap or I can make it extremely valuable. I did both for you. Virtuous Elite Marketing Package, $30,000 worth of value. I could easily sell this for $5,000 per month. Today I'm giving you a very special deal because you sat through this webinar. So you sat here with me through this presentation. I'm going to come to your business and work 40 hours a week for you for the next 3 months while I'm building the whole thing out. That's right. You're going to pay me $15 an hour for 40 hours a week. That's $600 per week. $600 per week for 4 weeks. You're going to pay me $2,400 a month. Plus the ad spend. You're going to have to pay the ad spend. What do you say? I'm going to come to your business. I'm going to work for you for $15 an hour. Incredible. Complete virtuous elite marketing package. Not going to pay $10,000 a month, which is what the value is. You're not going to pay the $5,000 what I could actually charge for it. You're going to pay me $15 an hour. Sound good? Or you could just pay me $24 a month for 3 months on a 3-month contract, and I won't bother you at work. Now, the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it only does half of what I've claimed today. It will pay for itself if you generate just a few extra qualified leads. I'm going to make an even more incredible offer. I know what you're thinking. What happens after 3 months is over and the platforms are done and they're all optimized. That's why I'm going to continue the traffic with the SEO Platinum package and the advanced Facebook ads for you. I'm going to continue it. So after the 3 months of building and testing the phase and getting you as many leads and getting it as optimized as possible for the 3-month platform building and testing, then after that, I'll continue to optimize your funnel. That means we're going to continue to improve it. We're going to continue to do everything that we can with the traffic running the traffic for you at a huge discount. We're not going to continue charging the $2,400 a month. We're just going to run you $1,500 per month every additional month after the 3 months. This is a special one-time offer because normally this is actually a $2,500 package to do monthly for clients. So today, just $1,500 per month. And that's only if you act today. Plus, you do have to spend the ad spend. This is just management fees. I need to be clear on that. Now, I also only have a few openings left, so this is something that you might definitely want to jump on. Once it's gone, it's gone. So amazing. $2,400 a month for 3 months, and then only $1,500 per month after that, plus ad spend. Amazing. All of that. The rule of 7, everything that we've talked about today. Let's recap. The Elite Digital Marketing Package. You get the Regional Platinum SEO Package. That's 120 secondary keywords through the market research to find out which ones are going to be the best with 30 primary keywords, $6,000 worth of value. Advanced Facebook ads, setup with pixel installation, retargeting, and competition hacking. We find out what your competitors are doing, and we do it better. $4,000 value. Complete sales funnel, caption page, sales page, upsells, downsells, cross-sells, $9,000 worth of value. Tracking cookie and retargeting banner ads, $1,000 of value. Complete social media optimization and missing platform creation, $1,000 value. Review site, directory site optimizations, and missing platform creation, $1,000 value. 2-week email sequence written and optimized for open rates and click-through rates. $3,000 value. Capture page optimization. We're going to get those opt-in rates even higher. We're going to get as many leads as humanly possible. $3,000 value. Complete conversion tracking, call tracking, form tracking, $2,000 worth of value. That is $30,000 worth of value. $10,000 a month. You're going to get all $2,400 per month for 3-month contract. And then every additional month after that, just $1,500 a month. The clock is ticking. All right, so I'm actually not really selling this to anybody today. This is obviously just a presentation of my sales pitch to my clients. So as you can see, how bad did you want? Like, go ahead and drop a comment. Did you want to buy that right now? Like, if you were you considering hiring me to get you leads for your agency? This is emulated off of the perfect webinar structure from Russell Brunson. Now what happens is it actually does everything I said about the rule of 7. It's kind of ironic because it does everything about the rule of 7 within 1 hour presentation. In this case, we did it in about 48 minutes, which is good because you want to kind of shrink these out, especially if you ever sit down in a face-to-face. But if you can picture this for a second. All right, let's say that this was targeted at plastic surgeons because that's originally when I did this, when I created this webinar, I did it for plastic surgeons. And I landed a plastic surgeon doing this. Okay, actually, I changed the prices. Um, it was a long story, but they ended up paying me $2,000 a month to build it out, and they didn't continue the $1,500 ad spend. So I had to negotiate with them. But the point was, I did this with one person on a Zoom call. Okay. Now I want you to picture this for a second. Picture having 100 plastic surgeons sitting on a webinar. Let that sink in for a second. You run ads to plastic surgeons that you have the best marketing strategy for them, right? And you can get 100 plastic surgeons to sit on a webinar giving this presentation. And you tell them, I only have a couple spots that I can sell this to. How many of those plastic surgeons are going to jump at this opportunity? Yes, I want this. I want you to build every single platform for me. I want you to do all of that crap because I don't want to do it. This sales pitch works. Okay, because the very first, let's go ahead and I'm going to kind of exit the screen here for a second. Let's go back. All right, so how do I close this? Go away. Let's go back up to the very beginning. We're just going to recap over the whole presentation. And by the way, I'm giving this to anybody, this whole slideshow presentation. I'll give you the share file of my personal one if you buy the perfect webinar from ClickFunnels. Because if you use my affiliate link to do that, because I get a commission on it, this is my bonus. So I give you mine to help you along. And you can use this sales pitch with your future clients. Obviously, you can't use my company name, and if you can modify it to something that fits you better, but at least you'd have a template to work on it. So anyways, let's start from the beginning. The very first thing right out the gate is trust. You notice how right at the very start of I told them what my mission statement was. This is what gets me out of bed in the morning. I let them know I'm legit, didn't I? I don't mess around. My mission statement: we are helping businesses to improve their qualified lead generation, client retention, customer satisfaction, and overall experience by providing immensely valuable and necessary digital marketing to their online presence. I have this hanging above my computer. I'm not lying. I read this every single day. Every single day I read this. So just by starting the presentation this way, right out the gate, I just built rapport with them and respect. They got a little taste of it. You see what I'm saying? Just by opening with that. Now here, the small business and stuff, and there's a whole script for when you get the perfect webinar. Like here, actually, let me kind of minimize this. I've got so many windows open here. Let me, this little icon right here, there's a little installation when you buy the perfect webinar. I'll open it right now. You get, oh man, it's taking, I have so much stuff running on my computer. It's gonna take forever to open. This is just a questionnaire. It's got like 78 questions. Yeah. Verifying membership. Yeah. 78 questions, as you can see right there. And it just asks you to fill it out and it'll do the script for you. So you can customize the webinar script to fit your personal business, right? This is exactly how I write my webinars. I answer the questions here and then it gives me the sales pitch. So, anyway, so the first step here, it's just an introduction here, but this is when it really starts building trust. Oh, and you always want to give a bonus at the end. State of the bonus. People tend to jump off webinars because they take a long time and they're busy. But if there's a bonus, then people are like, I can wait. I want to get my free bonus. It's kind of funny, but it helps. All right. So this one right here, introducing myself. I'm also showing them that I'm a human being, right? I'm not the snake oil salesman, car dealership guy down the street. I had a life. I worked my way up from, you see what I'm saying? This is what Russell Brunson calls the epiphany bridge. And if you've ever read his book, Expert Secrets, he talks about that. And the epiphany story is one of the most valuable stories. We're storytellers by human nature. So we empathize with other people so much. We don't even realize how much we do. So when you tell a story, a parable, as opposed to just explaining something to somebody, you get such better results. So think about that whenever you're giving sales pitch. You wouldn't tell a story. You don't necessarily want to tell them, hey, this is what you get. No, see, you're going to find out, like, as I come through this whole webinar. We could skip ahead too. I don't want to make this too long. How I went to Dallas and I had my struggles and the company that I worked for and I had some typos in here too I gotta fix. But anyway, you'll notice that it's all stories, right? I'm not really pitching. So even when it comes time for me to start teaching, like here I am, I'm teaching. So this is how we're gonna educate you. I'm still telling a story, right? I'm telling them the rule of seven, the respect. People don't just come to your website, right? You don't want to just do this. You want to do everything. But it made it interesting to listen to, right? Because it wasn't just some boring techno babble. It was a story behind everything. So now I'm building even more trust through this entire thing, right? And I'm telling them that the secrets that they have to do. And now here's the one thing about these 3 secrets when you tell them, because that's why Russell Brunson always says 3 secrets. Any less than that's not enough. Any more than that's too much. 3 secrets, 3 like educational points. That's like overwhelming for them to think about them having to do it themselves. Because you give them like really top quality secrets. You just throw in the best secrets possible. And they're just like, that's way too much. So skipping right along. So that's all. The rest of the presentation was just me showing them the stuff that I already know. You know, the stuff that I've learned. Where was that typo? I think I saw one right here. I want to fix it while I'm in this. So I'm teaching them, but I'm telling them a story, right? And I'm also showing them how complicated it is. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a pain point by showing them how complicated it is, and that I'm the professional that they want to hire me. You see what I'm doing? Right? And then I kind of joke about it. I throw this in my webinars. It's like, do you feel like this right now? I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing out the elephant in the room. Like, yeah, this is a lot of crap that I'm unloading on you, isn't it? And it makes them realize, yeah. And you'll notice throughout the presentation, I was kind of like, "Are you getting this?" And I was telling you to put a comment in the box. Are you getting this? Do you like this? What I'm doing is I'm getting you to nod your head up and down. Okay, so I'm subconsciously making them say, "Yes, I want what you're selling." It's a sales trick. Just get them to nod their head. Make it really cool. Make your secrets really cool. Facebook Pixel, awesome stuff. And that's pretty much it, guys. So what comes here is I do these by showing them. You want to show them testimonials and proof. Now the reason why I put these up too is because these aren't my case studies. These are the white label agencies that I use. I don't print out my case studies. In fact, I've been actually kind of lazy. I've been meaning to do it. But I used the white label agencies because technically I'm using them to do all my SEO anyways, right? So this is what I was talking about earlier in the course, was that you can utilize other people's case studies in your sales pitch. You getting this? I'm getting you to nod your head. Yeah, it's awesome. It's good stuff. This helps you get sales. You're helping build trust. You're helping build proof. So what ends up happening here, once you get down to the pricing, because this is every salesman's nightmare, and I put the wrong infographic here. I have to change that. I think there was a typo here too, wasn't there? I have to go through all these slides and check it. So this is every salesman's nightmare, is getting to the end and asking for the sale. Because if you don't fully believe in yourself, there's no way in hell they're going to buy from you. I'm going to pause for effect on that. And I'm going to repeat it. If you don't believe in yourself, there's no way in hell that they are going to buy from you. Pause for effect. Think about that. Let that sink in. If you don't believe in yourself and the thing that you're selling, how the hell can you expect anybody else to? So that's the number one reason, is because a lot of salesmen, when they get to that point in selling it, they're like, I don't really even believe if I can follow through with all this shit. And so they're kind of like, $59.95, and it's like we're human beings. We can smell that on them, right? When they don't do that. So basically, I'm working my way up to it. So like, even if I don't believe in myself, by reading it out loud, line by line, you get this. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this. What happened there? Oh, I noticed that. I'm gonna duplicate that. I'm gonna fix that right now. Just by doing it line by line, you're hyping yourself up. Sounds kind of funny, but you get what I'm saying, right? You're hyping yourself up to what you're offering them to get them to buy it. So you're getting this, 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 you're getting this. And because like, even as I'm reading it, I'm like, hell yeah, you are. Right? Like, That's right. I'm going to get all this done for you. I am doing this. Even if I'm not doing it myself personally, I'm making sure you're getting this done, right? So yeah, you are. You're getting this stuff. So I get super excited every single time I go to the stack. That's what's called a stack. Now the offer stack is when you start throwing price value at it, right? Now the price value, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I just make up imaginary numbers. I don't care. Call it unethical. I don't really give a crap, because what I'm doing is I'm stacking the value so high that when I tell them the actual price, it's actually a relief that it's not as insanely high as they thought it was going to be, right? And besides, a lot of marketing companies do pay tens of thousands of dollars to get this stuff, right? Plus the visual aids help. So you can do this, or you can do this, right? I should have made it a different color. Anyway, what else we got here? Let's see. I want to get to the pricing. So now when we start doing the pricing, so let's recap. And you'll notice I recapped 3 times, right? Because people's brains tend to forget about all the value. Even I started to for a second when I was just given this pitch. I'll show you at the exact point when I felt like I was forgetting how much they were getting, right? So right here, you're getting this for that value. You're getting that for that value. You're getting that for that. And then skip ahead. All of this value for $22,000, $700 a month, right? And then I show them who it works for, show them that it works. Case studies, proof of concept. Show them that it works. My computer is getting super slow right now. And we've reached the hour mark. I don't like going longer than an hour because people start losing attention span. Anything past an hour. Remember that too for when you're doing your webinars. People lose interest after an hour. So if you're still going after an hour, you're screwed. So start to wrap it up. Anyway, so right here, oh, and you're getting reports, you're getting this, and you're getting that. So how about some extras to get better? Where's the damn pricing at? Oh, so it was right here, actually. After I said the reports, I think it was right here. When I just did the report, I was getting kind of flat, and I was like, I'm not excited anymore. And then it said, so let's recap. Everything that we mentioned earlier, plus the bonuses. Anyways, by stacking it and rereading it over and over, line for line, where is it? It had to have been at the end. Yeah, it was at the end. It was right there. All right, so by stacking it and reading it line for line like I did, you're going to get the regional platinum SEO package, the advanced Facebook ads, $9,000 or $4,000 value, complete sales package. And by re-emphasizing it word for word, you're building the anticipation. You're building the value up again. You're going to get all of this, $30,000 of value. That's $10,000 a month for a 3-month contract. All yours today, if you act now, right here, right now, for $2,400 a month on a simple 3-month contract. It's pretty badass, right? Oh man, this is like one of the greatest things since sliced bread. Okay, there's a lot of people that are using this. Everyone knows that I love ClickFunnels and the 2 Comma Club. Those 2 Comma Club winners, literally all of them are using this. God, what's that one woman? I wish I remembered her name. She just won the 2 Comma Club. She sells freaking RVs. I love it. Using webinars. She's selling RVs, high ticket items using RVs. It's freaking great. So let's just recap before I call this training video and call it. Picture this for a second, right? Like say you got dentists. How hard is it to get 100 dentists? Like say you had like a couple grand, a couple $1,000, let's say $3,000 to invest in your company. That's a pretty good investment, right? Most people spend $100,000. Let's say if you had $3,000 to invest in your company, like you pulled it out of your 401k or out of your savings account, and you said, you know what? I'm going to get 100 dentists on a damn webinar, and I'm going to present this to them on a webinar. I'm going to practice it a million times, but then I'm going to do it. So you run ads to your webinar, right? You run ads, and you get like 500 registrants. 500, 1,000 out of the 3. How much is $3,000 going to buy you? Probably... I imagine 3,000 will get you like 3,000 registrants. Hell, it'll probably $1,000 will probably get you 1,000 registrants. But the bad news is the downside is that you get that many registrants, only like 10% show up to the actual webinar. But so that's why you have to put in such a high dollar amount. But what I'm saying is, think about that for a second. You make that investment, and you're like, I'm going to do the webinar, and I just want to get a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of clients to my webinar, a whole bunch of dentists. So you give this presentation to One dentist out of the 100 buys. You now have a, let's do the math on this real quick before we call it quits. Okay, so for $2,400 times 3, you're gonna have $7,200. Okay, and then $1,500 for the remainder of the 9 months of the year. That's $1,350. So plus 7,200. So that is a total of $20,000 in an annual client in revenue. That's one client. Imagine if you landed like 3 or 4 of them on that webinar call. But even if you put the $1,000 in ads to get the people there in the first place, even if you only landed one client, that investment 20x's itself, right? If you put $1,000 down. I'm just saying, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. By the way, that is not financial advice, okay? Full disclaimer. I'm saying that is what people do. If you read the 2 Comma Clubs, it's when they finally bet on themselves and they're like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I believe in myself and I'm going all in. And I got to tell you guys, ever since I've been starting to do it, because I've been doing the webinars, I've never done the webinar to get clients. I've done this pitch one at a time and I've had good results. I've never done it to a group of people. I'm actually curious, but I'm scared I might have to take on too many clients, to be honest. That's a fear that maybe I should probably work on. Anyway, that's it. I want to wrap it up. This is the solid pitch. Even if you just do it for one client at a time and you continue everything else in the course, your chances of closing that client just exponentially got better. Seriously, not even kidding. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to reach out to me in the Facebook group. Guys, it's been fun, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, we'll see you soon.